This guy is a hitting machine. I mean, I don't know what you ate for dinner this year, brother, but whatever you were doing, it was working. It's our pal Nick Rodriguez, Missouri State standout and former Jesuit Tiger. What's going on, brother? How are you?
How you doing, man? Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Did you tell the family that you were coming on with me today?
No, not yet, but I'm gonna send him a text for sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll be up on the channel anyway, and I'll put it out on social. I know Coach Miguel's probably watching here too, man. So, how are things, man? I mean, what a season for you. What a career that you have. But how do you kind of put into words? Because every time, like I kept seeing on social media, like 25 game hitting streak, 30. What you were seeing the ball so well. What was working well for you this season?
Yeah, I think, if you look at it from a baseball side, my approach, I kind of dialed in my approach offensively a little bit. I started understanding how pitchers were going to attack me, what they wanted to do to get me out, and just kind of playing the game with inside the game. And our coach talks a lot about that and just kind of taking it one pitch at a time. How are you going to get your pitch and hit it hard, basically? And, I got a little lucky throughout the year, but some of it, it was really cool to see, the year come together and the year I had end up the way it did because it didn't really start that way. So
Yeah, you'll take it, man. You'll take it the
yeah,
way it's unbelievable. I want to go back. Let's go back to the Tampa days and playing at
yeah,
Jesuit, and obviously saw you play many games there. But just when you look at Jesuit High School and you look at the Tigers and playing for Coach Miguel, just what was that experience like, and how did that get you ready for the next level?
yeah. You don't really realize how special it is until you leave. I think what Coach Miguel has built at Jesuit is something that you don't really get anywhere else in the country, especially in high school. Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was the culture aspect of it. The We were such a tight knit group. I mean, those are some of my best friends still to this day. And we wanted to win for each other and we wanted to play for each other, and that was the biggest thing. I think going to college, you don't always see a culture and a standard that is set the way it is at Jesuit, and it's really cool to I'm blessed to be able to be a Jesuit baseball alumni for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So take everybody through your process of from Jesuit to today. Take everybody, because it's a winding road, right? It's never. I always say like progress isn't one of those things where every step is forward, and sometimes you have a step back. So for those just
Yeah.
joining us that don't know about your journey, take us through from Jesuit to where you're at today.
Yeah, so I played 3 years on varsity at Jesuit. I won a state title in 2019, I
Mhm.
think. And then, yeah, from Jesuit, I didn't have too much uh, college offers. I ended up taking a walk on at Charleston Southern. It was my only opportunity for Division I baseball, and I took it. Um, Charleston Southern, I was blessed to get the opportunity to play there. I some of my best friends played there, and I played. I didn't start the first half of the season. Second half of the season, I played really well, and a lot of the guys started transferring. The coaching staff, there was a lot of rumors that they were going to leave, and so I decided that it was best for me to go in the transfer portal and see what I can do with the limited playing time I had. And yeah, so basically just send email to all the schools in the country pretty much.
Man,
And
how many emails did you send?
I think I probably sent around 100.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
grinding, brother. You were grinding.
Yeah. My dad helped me out a lot with that,
Yeah.
which was nice. But yeah, Missouri State reached out. At first, I didn't even know where or who Missouri State was, which I think a lot of people in Tampa would say that.
Right.
And got on the phone with now head coach. He was the hitting coach at the time, Joey Hawkins, and he was one of the only coaches that we sat down and he set a plan on how we were going to develop me, how we were going to get more power out of me. And yeah, it was a perfect opportunity for me to go in and play immediately. And so I didn't really want to be that far from home, but I think I took a chance on Hawk and the coaching staff that I believe they could help develop me. And yeah, I played 3 years at Missouri State, 1 year at shortstop, and then my last two at second base. And I loved every second of it. It was this place changed my life, and I'm grateful for this place.
Yeah, no doubt. And you said your dad. I've always loved your dad because his name is Doug, just like my dad.
Yeah.
So your parents have, and just talk about that too, because that's what I love. Going back to Jesuit and just even being here in the Tampa Bay area, Nick, like watching you for many, many years, even pre-Jesuit days, and how important family is, right? And I get that semblance of when you're around Miguel, you're around Coach Louie and Coach Nolan, everybody, just all the parents. Like it's not just the kids, it's not just the players, and it's the brothers and sisters, right? It's everybody.
Yeah,
and
sure.
just how important your family is to you, and just how instrumental they've been in this entire process.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely could say with confidence I would not be in the position I am without them. They've sacrificed so much, pretty much from the start of my baseball career, to put me in a position to be successful. And they've made a lot of sacrifices for me, especially these last couple years with me being so far from home. They've definitely made it a priority to come out and see me, come make weekend series and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, geez, they've put me in a position to be successful, and they've always been kind of the rock in my just the ups and downs of the seasons. I can always rely on them to be there for me. I know regardless if I go 0 for 5 or 5 for 5, they're going to still love me the same way. So it's nice to know I have a support system like that in my life, and I'm really lucky for it.
Nick, how important is, because you bet on yourself, you know what I mean? Like, and trust me, you know it as well as I do. When you're at Jesuit, you see so many guys getting D1 offers, you see guys getting drafted. You were a guy that's like, and I tell you what, man, I've many, Miguel told me a long time ago, it's like, Nick's the guy to watch. Nick's the guy to watch. He would tell me, he's like, this guy just hits. This guy comes up with big play after big play after big play. And you don't get the offers. And then, you go to Charleston Southern, and then you go into the transfer portal, you send the emails. How important is that to have that confidence, right? Like, what is that from your parents? Is that something that you just have inside of you? Because a lot of people just give up. A lot of people will look at the situation going, I don't have any offers. I'll go do something else. Or, man, Charleston Southern's not working out. Maybe I'll do something else. Like, what about, your kind of inner strength has helped you in these situations to be able to be where you're at right now?
Yeah, I actually think about this a lot because I think one of the biggest blessings that I had in my baseball career was playing at Jesuit. And I think the biggest reason for that is I was never the top dog. I was never the guy. And when you get to college, you kind of start to understand that pretty much every single guy that walks into that locker room was the guy at one point in high school. And, you know, I'm not saying that I wasn't, a part of the team and play a lot, but there was always these guys that, were getting draft hype, we're getting all these D1 offers. And so I kind of had that chip on my shoulder from the beginning, walking into college, where I wasn't ever the guy in high school. So I need to prove that I'm the guy in college. And it kind of just set the precedent for how I need to work going forward, and how much I need to get better to get to where I want to be. And I think for every single college baseball player, you got to believe in yourself before it even matters if anyone else believes in you. And I think if you have that confidence going into it, it's never going to be easy, but you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe what you're capable of, and you got to go out there and work and do it.
Yeah, especially in baseball, right? It's such a game of failure. And
Yeah.
I had this growing up when I was playing, and had guys that would play other sports, and they'd go 0 for 4 or something. They'd be so upset, and they're like, "Why aren't you upset?" I'm like, "I'm pissed. Don't get me wrong, but like, we're gonna play tomorrow too. So like,
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
we're not giving up. Like, you just can't give up on it." And then this year, right? We talk about the belief. We talk about, and then this year, this hitting streak, and I'm just like, that can't be real, right? It's just every single day. You said you need luck, and part of that is happening, but do you get caught up in that stuff at all? Do you get caught up in the number? Because I mean, we've seen hitting streaks in college and in the pros, and you get up. I mean, having a 20-game hitting streak is great. When you double that, I mean, holy smokes. I mean, did that get in your head at all? Did you like? It's hard to not, even from the outside, look at it and just like peek at the box score every day to see how you're doing it. But you're the guy that's in the box, right? So you look at certain pitches like, I got to hit that. Does that go into the game plan at all? Or do you just kind of like go as, just play the game as it's supposed to be played?
Yeah, I mean, people have asked me about it a lot. It is, as much as I try not to think about it, it is impossible to not think about it. Especially when you're walking up to the plate, you're 0 for 3 on the day. It's the 7th inning, could be your last at bat, and you're kind of in the back of your head, oh, I need to get a hit here. But it's just about the process, and I get into the box every time, one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time, and going about it that way helped me a lot. Kind of take my mind off the hit streak. I didn't really put too much pressure on myself with the hit streak, but it's hard to not think about it and put pressure on yourself in that scenario. But yeah, I didn't really start thinking about it till 30. And my mom brought it up to me and I started thinking about it a little bit, but it's just about playing the game within the game and just, one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time, and going out there and competing, which is what I've been doing all year. And, just going out there attacking, hitting strikes hard and try not to chase. And that's what I did. And it seemed to work out a little bit for me.
Hell yeah, man. All right. So before I let you go, Nick, what's next for you, man? I know a lot of people want to know, like they're going to be following you and seeing what's next for Nick Rodriguez, man, because the whole city's behind you here in the 813. That's for sure.
Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of taking it easy. I'll probably start hitting in the next couple days, waiting for the draft and see what happens with the draft, and hopefully goes my way and I'll keep playing. So that's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, even if you don't get drafted, man, I mean, there's plenty of ways through the journey. I mean,
for sure.
You bet on yourself like you have in the past, and I know you're going to be successful. Well, Nick, thank you so much for your time, brother. It has been a joy to watch your college career. After seeing what you did here in the Bay Area, you are a great example for everybody here in the Bay Area. Like, hey, if it doesn't go your way, doesn't mean you pout and cry and take your bat and your ball and you go home. You just continue to grind. Thank you again for your time. Say hello to mom and dad for me. I'm sure I'll see them around. I always see your dad at like random places, random games throughout the Tampa Bay area. But yes, tell them I said hello. Continue success, brother. I'll be in touch. And thanks for your time. Great job this year in your entire career. We'll talk soon, buddy. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, buddy.